Girls love Beyonce. Girls love to fuck with your conscience. Girls hate when niggas go.
It's Poppy. It's your girl Customs Eye. I'm new to the studio or whatever, so they just finna see like what I'm capable of or whatever. So I got my first client coming in. She want this piece. I'm finna prepare the stencil for her. I gotta hand draw it because I don't have my printer yet in the shop, but I'm gonna get it soon. So yeah, hopefully y'all like it. I did intend for this to really be like a boot camp type of thing because I do want to like inform y'all. Like I said, if you are following along or you're just curious about how I'm doing stuff, I just want to be able to show y'all and talk through the stuff that I'm learning or whatever, because the crazy part is this is literally my first time touching a tattoo gun, doing all the setup and stuff like y'all see me do. So yeah. So like I said, I'm only doing like line work for the first few weeks of this. So I'm almost done with the line work on here. So I just want to share with y'all what I'm picking up so far. And this is what it looks like so far, whatever. I'm about to put my gloves back on. Yeah, so something that I'm trying to like get in the habit of now. Obviously it doesn't matter because it's all fake, but when you start working with real people, you have to be very sanitary with everything. So whenever you're like touching anything, even set up, like you're supposed to have gloves on. Like in all actuality, when I was setting up the table and chair, I should have had gloves on, but it's not that deep right now. So this is what I have so far. And for my first like line drawing using a tattoo gun, I would like to say it's not bad, but I did not use my mannequin to like add curve to it or anything. I just went ahead and used this flat surface. So the first like major issue that I was having, well, the first major issue that I can see that I'm having, like you can literally see, is my line depth. So some like line weight in certain areas are darker, heavier than other parts, and I think that's just because my needle depth was different for certain parts, and then like yeah, so like my needle depth is not consistent right now. Again, this is my first tattoo, so please do not do too much. But yeah, so I have to get better at controlling my needle depth and keeping my like line weight consistency, that type of stuff. Before that, I noticed I put like my stencil, next time I do a stencil, I have to make sure that I like this should not be choppy like this. I have to press harder, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so my hand is going to be hurting before I even start the tattoo if I stick to hand stenciling, because you have to push harder for it to be consistent on here. And then when it gets to here, don't use too much Vaseline because that's going to make it come off. I already knew that, but like it just happened like way too much to where y'all could probably see in the video how I was having to like freehand put the stencil back on there with a pen or whatever. But yeah, so make sure you press hard enough with your stencil so you can have a solid, like a solid outline or whatever if you are hand stenciling. But like I said, once I get my printer, I'm not even gonna have to worry about that. So yeah, the stencil, the line weight. Also, I'm noticing that I didn't understand, like, so something I learned was that you don't want to ever like tattoo side to side like this, because that's just going to slash up the skin. So I was confused as to how, like, if you're making a shape like this, how do you get to this part without doing this? So basically, do an example of it with this hand right here, because I figured it out with this hand a little bit. So I'm gonna practice. This is all practice, no judgment. So like, you really have to just, you just gotta finesse it a certain way. Like, you can still do that, like make the shape of the finger, make a round shape, but it's a way to do it that doesn't, like, you know, like, you just gotta. So yeah, so I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by that in a minute with this hand. Also, I'm gonna show y'all what I mean when I say my other problem was that so like, say if like this line right here, this perfect example, I stopped. This is the stencil, like whatever. So this part, I hope y'all can see it, but this part is where I stopped the tattoo. So I didn't understand like how it's supposed to be precise about starting again when like there's hella ink right there, so I can't see like where the freaking, like, the actual line is. So what you gotta do is just wipe it off. That simple. And then you can better see like exactly when a needle comes out of the cartridge where you're starting at the line again, and boom. So yeah, those was my biggest takeaways from my first stencil and then tattooing line. Those are my takeaways. That's what I would improve on. That's where I need improvement on. And yeah, so those are the things that I'm going to be looking out for when I do my next one. But let me just, I'm gonna finish the rest of this on camera so y'all can actually see like what the hell is going on. And after that, that's pretty much going to wrap up episode 1 of Black Ink Crew Ohio Bootcamp. So yeah. And you see, you gotta like wipe it where it left off so you can see where you at. And this is the curve part. So this is also where you gotta pay attention to how, like, what position you hold your needle, like straight up or like this. Okay. Y'all see that? Look at that. Look at that. Hold up. Do y'all see that? Like, yeah. It's like, yeah. And then you gotta like bring your needle up a little bit more so that it's not like this. It's more of like I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I'm doing it right. But you know, I'm finna be in contact with more people who know about this stuff and can very well tell me exactly what's going on. And plus, I'm gonna keep watching videos and finding resources and stuff like that. So it ain't nothing to it but to keep doing it. gosh. Yeah, that was bad. Also, I've been trying to work on like how to hold my needle. Like, so I heard like this was a good way. Like, you would stretch the skin like this vertically. Always stretch it vertically, never stretch it horizontally. If you're dealing with like a person with looser, he's like a bigger person or like an older person, you would be very gentle and like just, yeah, careful. But anyways, bigger people and stuff like that, then you would stretch it vertically and horizontally, like, so you would like that. But most people, you just do like this and then like that, and then yeah. And you want to move your like arm. That's what I'm trying to get used to too, because I'm very much hand. And it's crazy because even as like a regular artist, I've had people tell me to try to draw like with my arm, and I'm like, no, like fuck that. I'm finna get in here with these fingers God gave me. But now it's like, especially from a standpoint, from a business perspective, you don't want to be sitting there. You're gonna fatigue yourself faster. Like, your hand is gonna start aching faster if you're moving it hella trying to get precise detail, or just drawing period instead of moving your arm. And you want to hinge your elbow. Yeah, so that's a little difficult to get used to, but oh, I'm gonna keep trying. See how that just literally wiped the back off? Like, bruh, the fuck am I supposed to do? How do I make sure it's like in that hole? But I'd rather have that issue than getting like too deep, cause in the long run, yeah, I'd rather somebody have to keep coming back to me for touch-ups for free than blowing out their skin. Okay, so Okay, so this is pretty much what I have. How long did it take me? Today's tattoo session was, I don't even know. I gotta look and see when I first started. But yeah.